Back to another edition of Your Husband Hates You, featuring a creator on here named Haley Brooks.
This woman only asked for bare minimum for her birthday from her husband, and he didn't do anything. Nothing. She's pregnant and they have two kids already. She already just told him, I need breakfast in bed. I was supposed to get up and have a warm bath with no disturbance. I think she was like a little gift or something. Then it was just so bare minimum, like it's something that it should do like effortlessly. It was like asking for nothing. In fact, when she noticed that he forgot her birthday, she tried to decorate a part of the house to just give him hints that okay, dude, it's my birthday. Do you remember? He didn't even notice. Let me show you this video. There's nothing as terrible as being with a man that clearly shows that he hates you with his actions and you're pregnant with his children. Like I cannot like I just like thinking what could be going through her mind throughout that day for her to even post the video online shows that she was really hot and she felt really bad because this she didn't even ask for anything. No. It's not like she was asking for a Birkin bag or she was asking for a particular car or something or a vacation. There was nothing. No. This is just something that is supposed to do on a normal day because your wife is actually heavily pregnant. Heavily pregnant. You didn't even allow her to sleep well. You left the house for no reason. And you came back with pizza or something. You guys, these men are not going to tell you to your face that they hate you. Husbands do not look into their wife's face and tell them I hate you. Their actions always say how they feel about you. I have a reaction on this video and also a response video. She made a response video explaining the whole thing. So let's watch this videos together. Then I'll share my thoughts at the end of the videos.
Back to another edition of Your Husband Hates You, featuring a creator on here named Haley Brooks. Let's see what Haley has to say, shall we? Here's Haley with a video that she posted about her birthday. For context, she had asked her husband for breakfast in bed, to be able to take a bath without the kids all over her, a manicure. This is a very simple sort of birthday list. So here she starts her video off asking if we think her husband has remembered that today is her birthday. I mean, the fact that she needs to ask is already kind of not a great sign, but yeah. Let's continue. Here it is, 6:30 a.m., and it looks like she's having to make breakfast for herself and the kids. Remember, one of the things on her list was that he get up and make her breakfast in bed. So already he's failed task number one. I would also like to point out, you can't see it, but Haley appears to be pregnant. So this man did not even let his pregnant wife sleep in on her birthday. Next at 7 a.m., she posits whether putting up a single decoration will help remind him of her birthday. I suppose that didn't work out because in the next clip at 7:30, she says that she guesses a warm shower will have to do in lieu of the bath that she had requested. Before anyone asks, the reason she probably couldn't have had a bath without her husband's involvement is because they have two young children. Anyway, moving on, it's now 9:30 a.m. She waited to see if he would remember, wake up and make her breakfast, but he didn't. It seems like he's leaving. Oh, but maybe he's going out to get breakfast. Let's see, shall we? Oh, no. Unfortunately, by 11 a.m., it became clear that he was not going out to get breakfast. In fact, we don't know where he is. By 11:30, Haley's realized that the manicure she had requested for her birthday probably isn't happening either, so she gets a pack of stick-on. Note she was prepared, because she bought this just in case, meaning she did not have high hopes that her husband was going to organize anything that she had asked for. It's now 12:30. She's watching her children. He hasn't yet said happy birthday, and it seems like he's still out somewhere. We're not sure where. She points out that one of her biggest pet peeves are people who spend the morning of a holiday rushing around, doing last minute arrangements because they didn't plan ahead. And I kind of agree. I'm sure her husband also knows that this is a pet peeve of hers, and yet he didn't plan ahead for her birthday, despite having been given very clear and very easy to follow instructions. In the meantime, can we take a moment to appreciate the matching water bottle dress combination? I'm enjoying that. Let's give her props for that. At 12:40, it seems the husband has finally returned. Turns out he had to run a call. I don't know what that means, but I can assume from the context that it didn't mean calling his wife on her birthday. It's now 5:30, and apparently he randomly drove off, telling her that he had to go somewhere to get her surprise, finally, and saying that it was not something that could have been pre-planned, but not to fuss about it. Apparently, he was gone for 2 hours to pick up this surprise, so she's thinking it must be something really cool. Let's see what it is. Turns out the surprise was pizza. He had to go out at the end of the day for 2 hours to pick up some pizza. Oh, sorry, not just pizza. Also, some Dr. Pepper she's not allowed to drink, and a strange bag of chips she's never heard of. So I reiterate, this is what it looks like when your husband hates you. Because no man who genuinely loves and adores a woman is treating her that way on her birthday. All that poor woman wanted was a little bit of time for herself, to have a bath and be pampered with breakfast and a manicure. It shouldn't have been that hard. And I reiterate that she is pregnant. So this man could not even treat his pregnant wife on her birthday. Instead, he spent almost the whole day out, didn't call or communicate to her where he had gone, didn't wish her a happy birthday, didn't make up for the fact that he was gone all day, didn't really get her a gift. It was a fail on every level that you can imagine. Now, I'm not going to say, oh, she just needs to leave him. Because look, she's got 2 young children and is pregnant with the third, okay? So I kind of understand why it would be very difficult for her to just pack up and leave. Obviously, in an ideal world, she should be making plans to leave, but by the looks of her posts, I do think she understands the situation. So I don't make this video to shame her or anything like that. This is purely educational for other women so that you can see with your own eyes and start to believe that men will be in relationships with women that they hate.
Yeah.
They will marry them, they will have children with them, and they will treat them like crap. Well, next time a man asks you to go on a walking date, then he won't even buy you a coffee, and then he doesn't call you for 3 days. Believe me when I tell you that it doesn't get better, it only gets worse. Men usually put maximum effort at the beginning. So if at the beginning he's already putting 0 effort, then that tells you everything you need to know. Even if he puts in some effort at the beginning, if his effort quickly wanes, again, it doesn't get better, it only gets worse. And I reiterate, when a man truly loves a woman, okay, when that woman is his dream woman, he can't imagine his life without her, he's going over and above to impress her all the time. Any chance he gets is the minimum that you should accept, always. But that's just my opinion, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think.
Long story short, he ain't do shit for it. He ain't shit. And in my opinion, her birthday wish list is there's the bare minimum, and then there's below the bare minimum, right? Everything that she wants for her birthday for the past 10 years, breakfast in bed, early morning bath, this is stuff, This is no effort stuff. There's low effort stuff. This is no effort stuff. So this is just a different level of disrespect. He basically wasn't home all day. Man's left at like 5 o'clock and came back at 7 with pizza and Dr. Pepper. And she pregnant. She's not even supposed to have caffeine. I'm wishing that young lady nothing but the best. He's a piece of shit, and I hope she finally leaves him. But ladies, please use this as an example. Don't lower your standards ever, because it's quite clear in her post that this has been an issue. The marriage has been declining way before she decided to have another one of his children. And I'm not victim blaming at all whatsoever. We're talking about a whole nother life here, right? And all I'm saying is her risk for postpartum depression is very, 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 very high if she's also going through a divorce. Remember, kids do not save marriages. And if your relationship and or your marriage is already failing, please do everything in your power to not get pregnant. A failed marriage is already hard. It's already difficult. But a failed marriage with a newborn is 20 times harder.
Good morning, guys. First, I want to say thank you so much in terms of you were really sweet to me and asking about wishes. I don't need anything. I really don't. I was just very much in my feelings yesterday, and I'm not the one to go on here and defend anybody if they're in the wrong. My husband was 100% in the wrong for not making my birthday special at all. Like, even just being attentive. So no, I'm not going to defend him. He slept in a dusty shed last night, and he probably will all week. And he needs to change, and he needs to recognize that. I think that video was honestly the punishment he needed, because y'all are vicious. I had to turn off the comments, not so much to defend him, because he is in the wrong, but some people do take it a bit too far with what they say. I mean, it's just like really bad far. But it's more so for my own well-being, carrying a child. I woke up to like hundreds of comments, and I just want to make sure that they're not like so extreme. And I don't have the time. I work full-time right now. I don't have the chance just to scroll through all of that. So I'll probably have the comments open at some point, but it's just not right now. And it's not always black and white, just divorce, leave, especially when you have kids. Yes, if that continues, and that's going to be the norm from now on, because no, I didn't marry him like that. He was actually very attentive and thoughtful, even though he's never been good at giving gifts. It was the thought and the time that mattered to me. But this year was a whole new low. That was crappy. I work full time, and my husband's the one with the kids. So if I had to give that up, thankfully financially I'm fine, and I recommend everybody having that financial security, male, female, whoever. I think that's really important, so important in situations where they're in danger or somebody actually does like cheat. In this situation, I know what's going on. It's not that, but if it was, I would for sure go. But if I decided to separate, that means I would have to go from 3 10-hour shifts to probably 5 days a week. Expensive. It's like $3,000 for 2 kids nowadays in this area, and one's in preschool, and unfortunately schools don't really accommodate to a single parent or even working parents very well. Like, they start at weird times and end at weird times, so it's hard. It would make my life a lot harder. So really, it's not all that easy. I'm not just forgetting and forgiving. Like, he needs to do his part. I expect that fully. If he wants to move forward. And it's not just birthday. And there's plenty of issues he needs to work on, and so do I. I do understand that. I am vicious, especially when pregnant. I am hormonal. I have pregnancy rage, all the things. So there are things I need to work on, and I will take ownership of that. But there's no reason he should have made me feel that way on my birthday, or really any day. This is his warning, because I know he's watching this from our backyard shed, where he will continue to be until he gets his crap together. But I do want to thank you guys for looking out for me. He got a huge consequence with just your commentary, and that's why I turned it off, because it just got a little too extreme, and mostly just for my overall being for this baby right now. It's just a lot. But thank you guys for making me, for the most part, feel really special on my day.
I don't know why, but I find it very difficult to believe that this is the very first time he's treating her that way. And because you guys have been married for a while, and she also said in the response video that he's not good with gifts. So I want to believe that he doesn't really give her gifts like that. But this is not even about gifts. This is just him, number one, remembering your day. Even if it was not even your day, these are things that you're supposed to be done on a normal day. and they're not even done at all, and he just left the house. But she said he's always with the kids and she works. I don't know you guys. But I just feel like this is all she's around. There's one other woman that posted that her husband forgot her birthday as well, but then she later came on to defend him and all of that. There's really not much thing we can say to these couples, because once they post about their man and we tell them this is what's up, and they always come to tell us that it is not all that. He's actually a very nice person, but it's just that he's not good with gifts. This is not about him giving you a gift. This is not even about him. If you didn't even buy a gift, it's different. I'm not even sure he wished you happy birthday. He did not remember. And I'm sure you must have told him probably a week or a month to your birthday. Don't forget, my birthday is next week, Wednesday. So I just want to have a breakfast in bed, and this is kind of food I want to eat. You know, bare minimum. He didn't even remember. Left the house for 2 hours to get you something that you cannot eat. So I don't think this is about him gifting her anything. It's just the intention and him just showing like, see, I don't give a damn about you. And I feel like this is how he must have been treating her all these years on her birthday. And that is why she has to put it now on the internet so that people are going to see it. I don't think this is the first time. I feel like this is a normal routine for him forgetting her birthday and also not treating her right on her birthday. So I personally feel like if you know that your man is not treating you right on some things, reduce the amount of children that you have or that you want to have for these men. If you have the very first child with them and they don't do the right thing for you, stop pumping babies, because one of the reasons why you shouldn't do that is very difficult for you to leave. Just as she was saying, like, it is not all that easy because she has to work, and how will she be working and taking care of, and still pregnant again? It's not going to be easy to just leave. You can't just leave if children are involved in this thing. So if you already know that you married a man that does not care on some things that you care about and makes you feel terrible on it, your special day, your special moment, I just feel like reduce the amount of children you decide. Probably you've actually thought you want to have like 3 or 4 children initially. Just reduce it to that one. Just this one, JJ, and so that to be easy for you to, you don't even have kids with this man, because the more kids you have with them, the more difficult it is for you to just up and go. And now you're pregnant again. So if he's treating you like this when you're pregnant, I wonder how he's treating you when you're not pregnant. Like, this is just so terrible, you guys. This is so terrible. I really feel bad for her, you guys. What is your take on this video? Can you share your thought down in the comment section? Respectfully, as always, Sugar Mara Davies, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one, guys. Bye.